Tinubu's diorama could not stay up to 3 months. It fades away because he doesn't love Igbo. His interests are not in the southeastern Nigeria. Why? He's an anti-Igbo. Igbo na ekwenu. Igbo na ekwenu. Tinubu supports anti-Igboism. Igbophobic is the reason why his camps, political camps, could not include the Igbos in this present administration. They are the ones that are eating, dining, stealing, committing all manners of, irregularities within this administration. Of course, they know that if you invite Igbo man will come and outshine you and present himself to the entire world. Then the electorates, the Nigerian people will actually say, we need that Igbo man. Oga, we don't need you. That's why he turns his back on the Igbos.
Yes, for the last one. 20 Adika, Simba Anambra. Dika Simba. 20 Adika Simba.
Dike Simba Anambra. Dike Simba Anambra.
Tukwani Azon.
Dike Simba Anambra.
Dalo. Dika Simba.
Oh, Dike Simba Anambra. Oh, Dike Simba Anambra. Jagabanu nke Nigeria nine. Oh, Dike Simba Analudogo no. 20 Dike Simba.
Just look at Tinubu's son being given chieftaincy by these shameless old men abusing our tradition. Can you imagine these warrant chiefs parading themselves as traditional rulers in Igbo land, bringing shame on Igbo people and our cultural beliefs, norms, and values? Is unfortunate.
To talk about Soludo's behavior, he's a Zikist. Soludo is never an Igbo man. A Zikist is a man that is carrying on this Nnamdi Azikiwe ideology of presenting Africa, thereby telling the whole Europe that he's a Zik of Africa. Yes, African nationalist. That's where Soludo, that has not a small Soludo, infant Soludo, baby boy that is still pooing on Pampers. Because we don't know him in Igbo land, he's trying to put into the shoes that Azikiwe wore when he was alive. Zikism. That's it. Giving Tinubu chieftaincy title is too appalling. It's too appalling. It is an abomination in Igbo land. Then again, Tinubu's son, Chei, that has actually showcased his father's administration, in the recent time. And it began to appear like we are running a monarchical dispensation, a situation whereby a state of, government administration, whereby the number one citizen is seemed to be a king or a monarch. Chei doesn't have anything upstairs, because if Chei could be an educated man, educated young man, he would have stayed afar. From where he's living or staying, he will be coming up with many suggestions and advices to his father to behave well. But Chei, we see, behaves like a wave. W-A-I-F, wave. So, whatever title Ndi Igbo in Igbo land, I'm not saying only Anambra, bestowed on Chei Tinubu, it doesn't matter. All these are worldly things. None of this chieftaincy title could last for 6 months. It fades away. Tinubu's diorama could not stay up to 3 months. It fades away because he doesn't love Igbo. His interests are not in the southeastern Nigeria. Why? He's an anti-Igbo. Igbo na ekwenu. Igbo na ekwenu. Tinubu supports anti-Igboism. Igbophobic is the reason why his camps, political camps, could not include the Igbos in this present administration. They are the ones that are eating, dining, stealing, committing all manners of, irregularities within this administration. Of course, they know that if you invite Igbo man will come and outshine you and present himself to the entire world. Then the electorates, the Nigerian people will actually say, we need that Igbo man. Oga, we don't need you. That's why he turns his back on the Igbos. Who the hell is Tinubu? That small boy. Nonsense. What are we saying? That Tinubu will be what? Whatever they give Tinubu doesn't matter. I'm an Igbo man. It doesn't matter to me. I'm Mr. of Tresvant. So Tinubu become an Ekenteba one that doesn't perch easily of Igbo land. That's an Ekenteba. Tinubu become Agamebu, Agamefu, Agafo, one of Igbo land. Agafo is an outlawed person, an outcast, someone that is exiled, that does not bear or obey rules and regulations of his kinsmen. That is for Tinubu's. So it doesn't concern able-bodied, well-meaning Igbos. We don't need to go into any strife with anybody. Because I'm talking to you now, Tinubu, of course, actually knows that Igbos, they don't like him. Tinubu doesn't like Igbo. If he does, Mazen and the Kanu would have no reason to remain incarcerated. So whatever, angle, wherever it's coming from, he could not outshine the major intelligent Igbos. Abreba people, Anambra people, Ngba people, Onitsha people, Eri people. Tinubu will never outshine us. We are the Igbos. Yeah. When you come with all this arrangereji, pass, wayo, you can't come to Igbo land and do that and go scot-free. We will see it and we will do what? We will leave you. You're on your own. So, Dikadi Orama and other chieftaincy title based on Tinubu's child, if you ask me, is just a vendetta. It's a political vendetta that could come, to an abrupt stop soonest. Then Obi playing his game to come out on the Labour political platform.
But a lot of people are kind of are so upset with the traditional ruler themselves. They said was at even one point they had to go to the to the north to visit the traditional rulers in the north rather, and this has caused so many anger amongst the Igbos even in diaspora. They said this is an abomination. The traditional ruler in the southeast even going as far as meeting and will I say doing things with the traditional ruler in the north. How do you see this?
Can you listen to me? The traditional rulers in the southeast you are talking about, they have names, they have classes, they are classified into 3. Listen and listen good. I said they are classified into 3. 1, Igbo Idigo of Aguleri, the paramount leader, ruler of Igbo land, the whole southeastern states, as in Igbo, Idoma, and Egala, is Eze, Igbo Idigo of Aguleri. 2, Ata of Egala, the paramount ruler, the most respected and the revered or reverenced traditional ruler in Nigeria, Ata of Egala. Listen. 3, Ogidigada, Ogadagidi, Agbongidi, Abogidi, Obi of Onitsha. I might not pronounce it well. Is anybody who hears should actually understand where I'm going? Obi of Onitsha, they are the one. Are you listening to me? So these are the people, if they deviated, if they call Tinubu and give Tinubu chieftaincy title, or in his a traditional right of Ada Odogu di Oramma or Dika di Oramma, you will actually say, alo, that is abomination. Idigo is not there. Idigo was not there. Igban Naji, Ambo Binobunika, Ofalo Kabue no Nature, Ogidi, Abogidi, Honor there, you know they there. Igbo Aguleri, Honor there. Igbo Kozo, Honor there. And all those paramount traditional chiefs in Igbo land, they were not there. So what happened is that Soludo, out of desperation, to come back as Anambra State governor, second tenure, allowed this kind of irregularity, to go on in Igbo land. I don't know what I understand. Soludo orchestrated it because he has actually understood that no Anambra man, no Imo man, no Abia man, Enugu, and the boy, and Imo could actually cast his vote for him. Oga Tinubu and his son went there and let themselves down. They are not benefiting support and endorsement of the entire Igbos. We don't do nonsense in Igbo land. We actually respect our tradition and culture. Tinubu's culture and tradition is far away from the Igbos. The major Yoruba paramount royal fathers, Olu Ibadan of Ibadan, Oni of Ife, they are not aware of that chieftaincy title bestowed on Tinubu, so it is nothing. Provided Oni of Ife is not aware, or guys, is nothing. Provided Olu Ibadan of Ibadan is not aware, or guys, is nothing.
Must he be aware?
No, he must. Yeah, from here, they must notify him. He must be aware. We are talking about African condition and custom. African tradition and custom. If you want to know about African tradition and custom history, you should go and wake up Kenneth Onkadike, the first Nigerian VC, UI. Yeah. He's a historian, culture and history, Africa. He's a professor, Kenneth Onkadike. Go to his grave, wake him up, interview him. He will tell you the same thing. Oga Tinubu's title conferred on him by Charles Soludo is nothing but a fairy story. Nobody's gonna remember him for that name. We're not after names in Anambra State. Your achievement, how many people have you affected their life? Have you touched life in Anambra State? Those are the features, attributes, and accolades you should benefit from.
Thank you very much.
Come to think of it, what is the essence of giving a man like Tinubu, conferring him with a prestigious title that is so reserved, if I must use that word? The only man that is entitled to it for now, as far as we are concerned, is Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, the man that stood and fought in defense of Ndibo. At the time, Nigeria conspired to eliminate the entire Igbo land. Yes. And you look at all the titles in the world to give to Jagaban. You did not see. You only wanted to spit on the memory of Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu by giving this man Tinubu decay. What is he decaying about in Igbo land, or particularly in Anambra State, that will warrant him to be given such title? Now the question many people they ask, so I know say, you know go feel here any other place. You know go feel know the mindset of the people, how they feel, what they say on the street, if you cannot hear it from this place, because you will not get this truth anywhere. But here, we tell you the truth and we know that you are going to see it. In as much as they will try everything possible to make sure you don't get information from this platform. I know you are directly connected to this platform. I mean the governor of Anambra State. You see our post, and that is why we cannot help than to tell you this truth. Because that is the best way and the only way we can confer some of the minds, the feelings, and the opinions of Anambra State and Indigo in general
And not get it twisted. Because when you won, when we, you know, did everything humanly possible, as it were, during the election I brought you in as governor, we sold you to Ndi Igbo in general, not just in the Anambra state. And the entire Igbo land celebrated your victory. So anything you are doing will always reflect the opinion and aspiration of Ndi Igbo. That is the expectation of you. And I can tell you, you are living below their expectation. This chieftaincy title is the height of it in this recent visit of Tinubu to Anambra State. Okay, why don't you give him? Why don't you confer to Tinubu? If it is your mouth that you must give him title, why don't you confer to him? I mean, that is the only one that I will say he can be appreciated in Anambra State and Nigeria as a whole. Because before you know one thing, he has done another one. Honestly, joke apart, I know and understand that our governor, Shalimwambafo, Professor Charles Soludo, is a Zikist. And he abhors everything that got to do with Ojukwu, because he doesn't have the Ojukwu's ideology totally off him. He's a Zikist, if you understand what I mean. Okay? And he expresses it in any way he can. You know, the man ain't want joy. Soludo do not have any joy. You know, they look at anybody's face. And that is why, to some extent, I feel the man, they behave like me somehow. Because when they do his own thing, you know, they look at anybody's face. So, you know, saying what you think, you could just do him. But you must understand that he's a leader. And he's in a position of trust conferred on him by many people. So it's not just about him. That's the difference. Okay? So being a Zikist, he had exemplified that in so many forms and shape. Okay? And Apoga, upon the back of whom he rode to become a governor, is built upon Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. The man, the same man, he is ridiculing by any means possible. I'm telling you honestly speaking. Soludo knows this deep inside his heart that what I'm telling him is true. He doesn't believe in any Ojukwu's ideology. That is fine. But for him, take a look at Apoga dress these days. No more the head of Ojukwu there. He has removed it entirely. I'm not saying that he shouldn't write his own name. He shouldn't build his own legacy. After all, Ojukwu is a man like him. But you rode on the back of the same man, the same legend, to become whom you are as a governor in Anambra State. Without Ojukwu, there is no Apoga. Today, Ojukwu's head is missing from Apoga insignia, clothes, or any display. When I get to the point now, and I don't want to go to the one of Peter Obi. Because if not for Peter Obi, there may not also be an Apoga today for you to run as a governor. Don't forget that until you became Apoga flag bearer, that was the only time you had a chance and a shot to become a governor in Anambra State. You tried in different political parties and you failed woefully. The same platform that gave you, the same people that gave you the platform to run and become a governor, you desecrate, you ridicule at any given opportunity. Why? That is what Indian Anambra State is asking. Why? Do you believe that you don't have any rival in this election? Even if after the election of this, even if you win your second tenure, going forward, one day, Indian Anambra State and Nigeria, not even Nigerians, Igbos generally in Nigeria will remind you of your record today, of your antecedent today. I'm just a lone voice trying to advise you. I'm not here to pacify you. I'm here to Point the record straight, because psychopaths around you will not tell you this truth. Trade with caution. Trade with caution. Charlie Wambafo, trade with caution. I've only begged the Anambra State not to judge you with your by your mouth, because all come on onoge leka. If onoge ne kwadro na okwo, in wala jono na keep azwa. So the Anambra State will not judge you by your words, but let them judge you by your works. I've been begging this thing for a long time. It's only for them to accept it or not. They don't drag me self because of it. Okay? So ki temo your mouth. Imago ka akanyo. You understand? Who am I to advise a professor, by the way? Well, what is your own take on this? Drop it on the comment section. What do you feel about this chieftaincy title given to Tinubu by Chalewambafo? And even these traditional rulers that always give this title self, those people are current warrant chiefs. Nothing more, nothing less. Go and read about them. You understand what I mean? I'm also Tinubu Peters, your advocate for good governance. Help me share this video if it reflects your opinion. Bye-bye for now. GGN, uniting the people for good governance.